Hope everybody's doing good. It is Friday. I think it's the 20th of May. And we got some updates to share. You can see that our window's in the center of the window, as it's supposed to be. It's probably, within an inch at least. So they cut that block out behind there and moved things over to get this in place. Got it kind of capped off, almost trimmed out with some granite there. They're coming back because they're going to help us with the front steps as well. And when they do, they're going to do some heat treating on the edges here, which will help crackle it and leave it with kind of a more natural looking finish. Thermal finish is what they're calling it, so it won't be so clean and cut, but it looks pretty good. What else is going on? We got a whole bunch of window trim details happening, and this front is dangerously close to being ready for siding. But so this is kind of step one, I think, that you saw last time. There's a sill in here, and these are all nailer backers, but they also double as a part of the window trim so that it didn't get too built up. And you can see up above now where that molding piece is framing it all out. It's coming down, landing at the sill, and then there's going to be an apron here after the siding goes on. Said it's easier to do after the siding goes on, to nail that apron in and get it tied in. So all along the top, those are done. That one there is done. The three other ones down here are not done. We're kind of in the same state over here, but the big news here is new roof. We took the old rubber off. Had another company come out and evaluate it, who does rubber roofs industrially exclusively. And they said this is not the product you want to use here. It's only going to be as good as the caulking that is sealing it in. This is a PVC product, UPVC, with a crazy warranty and by a certified installer. So that is good. It is welded because it is PVC. It can be like heat welded instead of like glued. And same thing with the boots. All these boots on each of the posts are welded to themselves and then down to the surface of the roof, so nothing's gonna leak. I also kind of like that it's white. We're not gonna see it here from the outside. Sorry about the shaky camera. Bug was attacking me. Not going to see it because it gets capped with some metal flashing and things, so that's still to come. After the trim is done up top, they're going to come back and do that. Dress it up a little bit. Anyway, still have the sides to go. What else got done this week? I did a lot of cleaning. We got a new dumpster. The old one is mostly cleaned up. I hope to finish that tomorrow. Gonna consolidate those bricks still and take a bunch of these gross piles out to dump them in front of the shop. When these windows went in, when we were knocking the block off on this side, this one came loose. So when they come back, they're gonna have to repoint that, get that set. But this one's same deal, ready to rock. Needs the heat treating and all that stuff, so they'll be coming back hopefully next week. I'm gonna try to stay on that guy because he disappears. But the other big things going on were inside. So first, take a look at the old fireplace, built new again. So that is more or less what we had. Size-wise, it matches up. These are the original bricks that we recycled and got back in. Even put in the swinging bracket thing again, which is kind of cool. This will be a dining room, so we're not gonna light a fire in here. We can't. There's no flue, as you can see. And it's done. It's stopping there. We got to reframe around it so we can attach everything, but that's the deal. and it is identical except for no swinging hanger arm thing, pot hanger on this side. And we brought this in to just make sure that the sizing was going to be correct all the way around. And we do indeed like have perfect sizing all the way around. It's going to be great. It's going to be just beautiful. The lights there, like it's just going to, it works. Very happy that this is going to turn out the way it was and the way it should be. So, what else happened? We had some repairs done to studs. We're getting ready. I think next week I'm going to call for insulation, which will probably be a week or two out. So we get going on that. Got the floor patched in because this is all done. But that door, and the back door over here still have to get jacked up. They're only about 3/4 of an inch off the ground, as you can see, very, very tight, whereas this one sits nice and proud. Yeah, the front and the side doors are good. All the back doors need to go up. Basically, the thickness of that piece of wood. We are going to take it out. I'm going to put it to the bottom and reset the door up about another 3/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch. And that's going to be a lot of work, but I need to be able to open my doors when it's all done. Should have been done right the first time. So that's a little frustrating. Real quick, I can give you a good look at the rubber roof from Ollie's room here. Trying to stay a little shorter on these videos, spare everybody. The window, and it's bright, but so we got a scupper, and we got these like cheek walls pushing everything toward the middle. It's actually not quite the middle, it's going to be just offset, so it'll pass the window. There's a window dead center underneath here, so it'll be a drain flat up here, and this whole, all this edging gets a little flashing detail, and in fact this edging here, that's going to get flashed as well. We'll come in here in the grout and have a little piece of flash. It's mostly decorative on that section, but yeah, that's the roof, and it rained really well the last couple of days to test it out, and no leaks, and everything was draining out the edge really well out of the temporary scupper, and that's going to be a full like downspout drain with a little clean out on it apparently. But they'll do that, they'll cut that in after the trim is done, which will be a priority next week. Try to get that all good to go. I suppose while we're this far in, we'll quickly take a look up top. It's warmer up here. We need insulation, that's for sure. Yeah. So one of the things that was annoying was that this wall was like 5 inches off of this wall to leave room for these hoses to poke through the floor, which is good. But this side, it was just in a different spot, which was super annoying to me. The rooms were identical other than that little detail, and now they remain identical, and we've got that detail in. So that closes it out. It's this was in line over here. It didn't cost much material, and the guy painted out in about an hour or so for what'll result in maybe $100. If it keeps me sane, I suppose it's worth it. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for you today. It's been a busy week. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning that I don't know a lot. But I'm also learning that just, being here and calling guys and complimenting them when they do nice work and holding them accountable when they need a second crack at something, that's actually not that hard. It just takes your presence. And while last week Liz was away all week, and this week she was away 3 of the 5 days, I was still able to accomplish a lot and be here an awful lot, and enough to really make more progress than we've made in months otherwise. So super psyched to be at this point, and really looking forward to taking some next steps and getting some insulation in here. And then it's drywall, and it's going to start looking like a house instead of a construction site. I'm most excited about that. So we will see. Stay tuned, and hope everybody's well. Take care.